Hey guys, it's me coming to you live and direct, fresh from outside. Just want to show you what's going on outside. So, although it's ice cold outdoors, you have some plants that are growing in your yard, hopefully, that absolutely adore these frigid temperatures. And I wanted to show you because just because it's cold outside, the harvest doesn't stop. So, I want to show you what I brought in today, about 10 minutes ago, and then I want to show you what I still have that needs to go out. Um, okay, so if you've never seen how these look on the plant, these are Brussels sprouts. That's one. Here's another. Two. What is that? Oh, it's a leaf. Ooh, child. Thought I got everything. Everything that was still flying around outside. Uh, Here is the third one. The fourth. So these are usually covered with leaves. So what we did, I would say, in late November, we cut off all the leaves up to here. And that was to allow so that, for one, the plant needed to devote energy into developing the Brussels and developing the sprouts. So we left some leaves at the top so that it could still photosynthesize, receive the energy from the sun. But now, instead of devoting so much energy into leaf production, we needed to focus and divert that into Brussels production. So we still left, as you can see, the stems here. See right where you're not seeing any stems because we broke them off clean on the stalk. But the ones you see right here that I cut are the ones I just cut when I brought them in the house in preparation to harvest these. And so one more. It's the last one. So not a lot. It's not something to write home about, but we got Brussels sprouts, y'all. So Brussels sprouts have a very long growing season. They need over 100 days. So if you are planning to grow Brussels sprouts as a succession planting for your spring garden, hopefully you already have your plants started, and they are looking good because in just a few days, around mid-February, will be time to plant those out so they can enjoy some of this cold weather, start growing, get established in your garden, and then they will be ready to, they'll take off when the spring hits. I mean, they're going to grow slowly. Everything outside is still growing, even though they look awful. But they're cold. So, but they're still growing because that's what brassicas do. So your leafy greens in your brassica family are still alive. If you go check them, everything's still doing great. And we're going to do a video outside on a little garden tour soon, but I'm cold. So that's why we haven't been outside to see how everything's looking out there. But like I said, start your brassicas now. Start your transplants for your greens now so that you'll be able to plant them out in the spring. So I'll show you what I have that needs to go back outside. And I'm saying back outside because I had a bunch of greens in my greenhouse outdoors. But when the temperature started plummeting into the teens, actually once it got below 20 degrees, because these things are not in the ground, they would feel the effects of the cold much more significantly than things that are in the ground or in your beds, because the dust that's in the ground and in your beds are surrounded by a significant amount of soil, especially if they're in beds or pots. But even pots, because pots dry out quickly, and they also feel the effects of the cold because the wind is whipping through them, past them on all sides. Stuff that's growing in the ground, if you're growing in earth beds or in your ground, your stuff is still being heated by the thermal conductivity of the earth itself. So our earth's core is a bajillion degrees, and that's what's helping, in addition to the sun, it's what's keeping our earth moving and warm from the core. So while you're not feeling it, if you went outside barefoot or went outside and touched the ground, you wouldn't feel this warmth. However, your roots that dig down deep into the ground are receiving, I'm sorry, y'all, hot. I'm hot and I'm cold. You know when you feel cold and you come inside and it's nice inside, but now you're like, woo, I'm hot. I'm having all the, I'm feeling all the stuff today. What's wrong? I don't know. But anyway, so back to the earth. So the stuff that's planted in the ground is receiving some of the heat from the earth. It's also surrounded by the ground and all the soil that's in your yard. So it does have some level of insulation. In addition to that, this is the reason that we also mulch to protect our roots and to trap some of that heat in, to trap some of the moisture in. And then it will do the opposite when it's warm outside. The mulch will be like a pair of sunglasses or a sunshade to your plant's roots and keep them cool. So mulch is multifaceted. This conversation ain't about mulch. So anyway, your stuff outside is still alive if you have some brassicas growing. They are cold hardy. Go check on them. And the best tip I can give you is before there's a freeze, you have to deep water, because that deep watering, the water will encapsulate your roots and provide a protective barrier from the cold. And I know you're saying, well, it seems like if I deep watered, that would freeze like any other body of water outside that's small enough to freeze up. I'm sure if you would left a cup of water outside, you would notice it was freezing. However, that will be the opposite effect that you'll get. Your dry soil will just be like a dusty bowl of mess and more susceptible to the cold. So don't forget, we expecting this winter storm tonight, all day on Saturday and into Sunday. So if you have something growing outside, if you can, if your ground is not frozen right now, my soil outside is already frozen. So watering, I would just be literally pouring on a layer of ice on top of all the stuff I have outside. But I've already deep watered when my water hose still was allowing me to have water. But obviously that's frozen now. So let me show you the things I had to bring back inside because it just got a little too cold for me to have seedlings outside. And here, no, we can't eat at our table right now. So this is the dining room table, y'all. And potatoes are chitting, preparing to plant potatoes. I have more upstairs chitting. I have a bunch of coleus, and on the counter, more coleus, the Brussels sprouts, in addition to the coleus I took to my friend yesterday. Also, I know we talked about this when we was upstairs in the grow room, but I have a coleus addiction. I mean, I could be on meth, so love my coleus addiction. Anyway, there are more coleus upstairs that I didn't pot up, so they're still in the big 6 seal trays. Yeah, we got houseplants, y'all. Your houseplant's not alive? What's wrong with it? Look at that. Yeah, monstera's in the sky. Don't worry about that. Okay, so let me talk about what these are on the table here and what's the plan for them. So these are Southern Giant Mustard Greens. This is, I believe, Godzilla broccoli. This is dwarf Siberian kale. Here we have the Top Bunch 2.0 collards and the Morris Heading collards in the blue. I'm not necessarily satisfied with those. I feel like the Morris Heading, they're called Morris Heading cabbage collards, and they've been in these pots as long as everything else has been. So somebody tell me why they're so small. Also, the ones that I had growing in the green stalk, while we did get some production from them, they were disappointing. The flavor was great. They tasted like collards, but the growth rate was pitiful. Anyway, so here we have our bok choy, which is absolutely, I mean, Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And these been outside for the longest, but we had to bring them in last week, or actually week before last. Uh, and this is my Japanese mustard greens. And you may remember how large these were over the end of the summer and beginning of the fall that we had them growing outside. Oh, you look terrible, girl. You gotta go. Compost. So, and then back here we have more Godzilla broccoli. So this is all Godzilla broccoli. So this is what we have in the house right this minute. And these things are going to go back outside. Hopefully, I can take them back out around February the 15th so that they can go ahead and get planted in the garden. And they will, again, grow slowly in the cold. It's February, y'all. They will be alive. They will grow slowly in the cold. But they will take off once the spring arrives. So that was it. I just wanted to come and give y'all a short little video today. It's been a while since you've seen me. I'm still here. I'm still growing. So we will go upstairs next and take a look at what's happening in the grow room, because it is so much going on in there. I mean, honestly, after I literally have over 50 coleus. So even after bringing all these downstairs yesterday, because they are just in the way, I still have, my grow racks are just absolutely jam-packed. So I got the fans going to make sure I have appropriate air circulation so I don't end up with a fungal issue or a pest issue. But again, thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, tell a friend, watch this video 25 times, because I want you all to be able to grow. So if you have some questions, if you need some assistance, if you're thinking about it's time for you to start growing your own stuff, being healthy, providing for your family in a way that's so much more cost efficient. Honestly, these Brussels sprouts, while they did take a while to grow, I will tell you this pack of seeds cost me less than $3. And these are the same Brussels sprouts I grew last year from the same pack of seeds. So it's not like I'm spending this whole $3 every year. And even if I were, it's $3. So when you get a chance, if you go to the store to buy your the ingredients for your milk sandwich, the bread and milk, and the toilet paper that you're going to need for the bread and milk sandwiches. Anyway, while you're there, stop by the produce department and take a look and see how much Brussels sprouts are. Take a look and see how much mustard greens are, collard greens, bok choy, cabbages. Take a look at these things, because you will be surprised that for what we're getting for less than $3, you could have that too. So don't forget to comment, ask any question you have. I'm happy to answer. Until next time, guys, be good. Also stay warm and be safe. See you soon. Bye.